Well, greetings, Cap fans. Welcome to episode 258 of the Captain America Comic Book Fans podcast. It is a special episode. Of course, I say that every time we do one of these. Welcome to the Captain America Comic Book Fans podcast. I'm Rick Verbanis. I'm your host, and I've got a co-host. You know his name. It's Bob Lucius. Oh, Bob. Here comes the jesters. One, two, three.
Four.
We might have four today.
We got four jesters today, my friend.
But that's not what I said, Bob. I said, here comes the jesters. One, two, three.
Yeah.
Anything?
No, nothing.
All right. What if I did this, Bob? What if I did a here come the jesters. One, two, three.
Yeah, no.
It's all part of my
fantasy.
There you go.
I thought you were talking about us, my friend.
I know. Well, for a second there I was, because I was talking about Bad Company. But well, I don't know. Yeah. Some of us are Bad Company, some of us are jesters. We'll figure that out by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Bob, what am I doing here? What am I giving you a greeting with?
It's our biannual. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What is it? Semi-annual fantasy draft.
Well, Bob, you didn't do it right. It's
know.
The Captain America Comic Book Fan-tasy Draft.
I know. I have a hard time with the time capsule and the art captivated. And
right. Yeah, I'm glad you remembered that one. Wow,
yeah,
that's a callback.
Yeah, I've been studying.
I appreciate that. You're always prepared. Anyway, what's the name of the song I just did?
I have no idea.
Come on.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Bad Company. I don't know. Fantasy.
Rock and Roll Fantasy.
Rock and Roll Fantasy.
Rock and Roll Fantasy.
Yeah.
Did you like Bad Company back in the day, Bob?
I didn't listen. I think I had one 45 that was maybe inherited from an older brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I listened to it a lot. Was there imprint Golden Apple by chance? I seem to have this in my mind, the 45 with the golden apple in the center of the 45, with that big hole in the cutout there.
I don't remember. Yeah. I mean, to me, like those bands, here's a funny story. So as I was preparing for my hello to you tonight, I asked Google as I'm driving home from work tonight, and I'm like, play Rock and Roll Fantasy by 38 Special. And Google's like, oh, did you mean Rock and Roll Fantasy by Bad Company? And I'm like, yeah, just play the stupid song.
Don't argue with me.
But you know what? I mean, Bad Company, 38 Special, Journey, Foreigner, they all kind of blended for me during that time period,
Who was the lead singer of Bad Company?
I don't know.
I can hear it in my head and it sounds familiar, but I can't.
I don't know.
Sure, he had a solo career.
Those I don't know, what would you call those rock bands back then? They were I mean they're rock and roll, but I mean they weren't glam rock, they weren't prog rock,
metal rock,
hard rock. I mean they weren't country rock. They were like, I don't know. It was one of those those bands that they all have to have like one slow song on the album, so that you could get the 8th grade slow dancing.
Right. Yeah. Nice. I've been hearing a lot of, what's that Europe song? The countdown song, the final countdown. Oh, I've been hearing that a lot on the radio recently. I don't know if I'm just paying attention and noticing it.
Oh, that's right. Is that on Bob FM?
Bob FM. You got it. That's it.
Very nice. So I mentioned Jesters and Bad Company. We do have some guests on the show today. We're doing our this is number 5 of our fantasy draft that we're doing, and we do it twice a year. We do it in April around the NFL draft, and then we do it around now, a few weeks late, around fantasy football draft time. Why do we do it twice a year? Because it's loads of fun, Bob. And it combines 2 of my biggest passions, which is Captain America comic books, fantasy football, brings them together. No other place has something like this, Bob.
Yeah, and it includes one of my favorite pastimes, which is seeing your character sniped.
I know. Yeah. You just like seeing the look on my face.
I do. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't recall previous 4 episodes, and I'll mention them at the end here. So if you want to go back, if you like, this is your first time listening, and you want to listen to more, we'll give you the 4 episode numbers that previously were. So the idea is that the 4 of us have we're drafting characters for a story, right? So we don't have a team, we have a story. We don't have players, we have characters. But the rules of fantasy football draft remain about the same. You still have to have positions that you have to fill. Our positions are you have to have at least one villain, one civilian, one foe turned ally, and one love interest. So you have to fill those 4 positions. And to make it even more interesting, Bob, of the 8 rounds that we're going to go with, the 8 characters, you have to represent 5 different decades. So there's some strategy that's going on here, especially if, like you said, you get sniped.
Yeah, and the rules have evolved over time. So I mean, we've refined this process because, like, when we started, it didn't need to be like the captain didn't need to be Steve Rogers, but now we've made that a rule. So it has to be a team centered around Steve Rogers, and we made some other tweaks to the rules as well because there have been some controversies on these drafts before, and so it does as the guardrails get narrower. The competition heats up.
Yeah, and Bob still finds a way to somehow bend the rules.
Loophole.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what today's episode is all about. Bob, do you think we should introduce the guests to our listeners?
We probably should. They've been waiting a very long time.
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar, zero patience for slow walkers, those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night, have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
All right. Well, we're going to start with one of the oldest patrons of the show. And I don't mean like age-wise. I mean like one of the original patrons of the show. And you know him, you love him. His name is James Foley. Hi, James.
Hey, James.
Hey, guys. Glad to have me.
We should call him Golden Age James because he's one of the oldest patrons of the show.
Maybe.
James, you
first iTunes review. Go ahead.
There you go. Yeah. You know, we got to have you back on the show. For those who aren't familiar with James, you can go way back to episode 25 and hear his backstory. That was the first time he was on the show, and he talked about how he became a Cap fan and how his favorite moment as an adolescent was seeing Vagabond flip over Nomad, and
yes,
I think you're right. Did I remember that right?
Yep, that was a good one.
All right,
it was a very favorite scene.
Yeah, a little Kieran Dwyer art. Yeah. So and then we have another contestant today in the draft, and you know him, you love him. Mr. Jason Olsen. Hi, Jason.
It's Doctor. Olsen. I mean, I don't want to be that guy.
I was waiting.
I extended the pause before I unmuted myself just to give Rick a moment to sit in.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. Is that what your family and friends call you?
It is.
Yeah.
My wife makes me call her that. So
my students, my friends, my family, they call me Jason. But if you're going to use the last name in a more formal way, I'm just guiding you.
Right? I didn't say Mr. Olsen. I said Jason Olsen.
No, I heard a Mister, didn't I?
Mr.
Oh, did I?
Mister.
Oh, did I? All right. I've been drinking. I don't know. And then
I'm happy to be here.
Oh, well, we're happy to have you. I mean, so far. Yeah. So, Jason, he also, you may know, is the author of a book about one of our favorite Captain America writers, Mark Gruenwald. And we had him on way back in episode 82. That was the first time he was on the show, where we got to talk to him about, the Mark Gruenwald and his book and everything fun there. So you can always check that out if after listening to this, you're not so annoyed by Jason that you don't want to hear his voice anymore.
Jason's like the Alan Baldwin of the Captain America Comic Book Fans podcast because he's been on the show so many times. It's like this is like Jason's SNL.
Well, we said before about getting jackets, right?
Right, you get jackets or something, satin jackets,
I'm not sure if this one counts toward mine, but we're working on it.
We'll count it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Be like our neighborhood watch sort of thing.
So then I guess technically I am in the 5-timers club.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I guess I technically would be. Yeah. No other place would I want the jacket from than right here.
It would be a members only jacket, which yeah.
Would I wear anything else in 2025?
Are you guys wearing the same shirt? I'm just trying to. No?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. The logo looked the same. And then I see.
It does. And I thought the same thing. And then I saw Steve in the costume.
I saw you when I first came on. You were like, looking down.
Well, I was probably having, I wasn't staring at your
Bob was like, my eyes are up here.
Up here.
Up here.
It's pretty bold of you to think that I was that close just to see you, Bob. But
that's how I roll.
Well, guys, it's great having you on the show. So the draft, this is your first time doing the draft. What kind of prep did you do for it?
Okay, James, lay it on us.
I made jokes beforehand. I said I worked about 14 hours on this. I had made an Excel spreadsheet to try and copy what I had seen on the previous podcast. I watched the previous 4 to review strategies that were used in the past. I set my deck with 2 to 3 options each, and then I ran through 3 different stories, grabbing different connotations on my premise to see what would work best for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
Wow. Did some focus groups. Did some focus groups. Yeah.
I did go through and take my story and read it to my wife last night to get her opinion / time. So yes. Yeah, a little bit of effort.
Okay.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear this. How about you,
won't
Jason?
be impressed.
I thought I put some work in, but evidently I did not. I put together some draft boards. I have some ranked picks as well, but 14 hours, I don't know. I don't know if I got there, but I feel comfortable at this stage with what I've done. That will probably all come crashing down.
That is the last time you will feel comfortable in the show.
That's what I figure. I'm hoping for nothing less so that I can frantically figure out what happens next.
Yeah. Well, just remember, at the end of the draft, everybody gets 3 minutes to pitch the story with the characters they just drafted. And then what we'll do a week from now, well, actually not a week from now. If this comes out on Wednesday, by this weekend, we'll put a poll in the Facebook group for people to vote on which of the 4 stories they would like to read the most. And so you'll have the opportunity to create a little bio for each one of your characters on like what's happening in the story, and then you'll have a like a Diamond Previews catalog description. So we'll have that in the Facebook group this weekend for people to check that out. But in today's episode, I can't wait to hear the pitch after you draft your characters. Are you excited?
Let's do this thing.
You know, Jason gave a thumbs up, which goes really well in audio. Podcasts.
I answer with mute on. It's okay.
All right.
Very prepared, James and I, for this.
We are not the seasoned experts that y'all are.
The 14 hours that James put in and the effort I put in did not actually involve doing a podcast at all. We forgot about that part of it.
Yeah. That 15 hours of prep time. Good. Yeah. All right.
I was literally putting this together on the drive home from work today. So we'll see how this goes. And we all know how well Bob prepares.
You got it. Yeah. That's why they make lunch hour.
Exactly. All right. Bob, you're going to be the timekeeper again?
I am.
Okay.
Yep.
And how much time we each get, each pick we get? Up to
2 minutes, apparently.
2 minutes. Yeah. All right. And then what we'll do is we'll take a little pause after the fourth round, which will be halftime, and I'll give a recap of everybody's picks so that we can see which characters that you have filled in on the requirements. Again, one villain, one civilian, one foe turned ally, former foe turned ally, and one love interest. And all the time representing 5 different decades. And the decades are based on their first appearance in the comics. All right, Bob, one last question. What's a civilian?
Well, to me, it's everybody but me. But according to your definition, it is somebody who has never served or currently serves. I guess that
currently.
Would fall. Yeah.
Never. Never. No, it's not never. It's currently.
It's not never. Because we argued about this with Betty Ross.
Mm-hmm. No, you got.
I know, because we argued about it, right?
Yeah. And all right. That was like a precedent. Okay. So now you said she was old and a librarian, right? And she's not currently, she's currently a civilian. That was.
All right. Good. All right. So currently serving as a superhero or as a SHIELD agent.
Somebody who is fighting crime.
Fighting crime.
Right. If they're not fighting crime currently.
So how about a district attorney?
That would still be a civilian.
I'd say civilian.
Really?
But
yes.
if you were to say...
How about police officer would be
not a civilian?
Not a civilian. Okay. No. All right.
If you're not fighting crime currently.
Got it. All right. All right. Sounds good.
All right. We're all on the same
page. I really wish we could have come up with a different word for that one. I beat that one up pretty good.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know. Yeah.
Well, the argument was Sergeant Duffy in that one episode.
Yeah, he wanted to say he was a civilian.
What?
And you let him have it.
Army.
You let him have it.
Did I use Sergeant Duffy as a civilian?
Yes.
Really?
And that's precedent.
Yeah, no, that's changed because we changed the rules. It can no longer be someone who's in the military.
No, we said SHIELD agent.
No, it can't be someone in the military.
I take it as anybody who's uniformed or fighting crime, right? So that could be SHIELD, that could be military, it could be police, could be a superhero.
We haven't even started yet. We're already fighting over something.
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
We're not. We are not. We are not. We are not on the same page. Dadgummit.
Love it. Love it. Let's roll.
Let's not.
Action.
God.
I love that I've planted these depth charges that are just going off now.
I was so good on this, not even make a backup for that. Oh, God.
Yeah. Listen, if you're in a situation and it's somebody in the military, we could take a vote on it at the time because if it was unclear, I guess you just don't listen to every episode, James.
Listen, comment, like, I try and support.
Financially underwrite, but whatever.
Have not missed a month of coffee yet.
No, and listen, we appreciate that. By the way,
I know.
For people who are kind of curious about, so we've talked about before. We have patrons of the show, and you could go on buymeacoffee.com/Cap Comic Fans, and you can see who they are, because we don't hide anything. I think we have 30 people who help support the show at different levels, and we have 10 at the super soldier level, which, James, you are one of them, and we appreciate that, and have been from the very, very beginning.
Yeah. I was the second. I was mad I didn't get the first spot.
I remember. Yeah. You can be upset with Grandpa on that one.
I can.
Yeah. All
I need to
right.
come up with a civilian.
Any other questions before we get started? Jason is the first pick. So it's going to be Jason, Bob, James, then me, and then it's reverse me, James, Bob, Jason, and then reverse. It's a snake draft going back and forth. So Bob, Jason, James, any questions before we start the clock?
I think I've got it. And there will be questions, but they don't need to come now.
Okay.
I agree. I really, really do think I'm screwed.
All I know is Bob's got his finger on the pulse of the clock. He can't wait to hit the clock.
I can't wait. I'm wearing double layer of antiperspirant right now, and I'm still feeling the action here. So.
All right. And then, Bob, you're going to give what, a 30-second warning?
I'll do a 30-second, a 25-second, a 20-second.
No, 30 seconds, 10, fine.
5, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need a countdown.
I'll be stressing, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay. And then, wait, who's going to time Bob?
Well, sometime, of course, Rick.
Oh, I don't think so. Okay. Jason, you're on the clock with the first pick in the Captain America comic book fantasy draft number 5.
So, this is our 5th one of these. And the previous 4, I believe the same character has been drafted first. Is that correct?
It is.
So we're gonna make this historic right off the bat, because I am not picking that character.
Oh.
With my first pick, I am going to take from Tales of Suspense, number 75 from 1965.
You didn't. No, you didn't.
He did not.
I'm picking Sharon Carter.
Oh,
yikes. I'm going to have to tell you right now, that really hurts me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sincerely. But now I have to wait. How many picks now? 7?
7 picks.
7.
Yeah, but
okay.
No, you killed me there, dude.
It's a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Bob, you're on the clock.
All right. Well, you had me very, very worried because I am pulling from that same issue, but I'm going with the Georges Batroc.
Oh, you did? Oh, wow.
So I was stressing there for a good 30 seconds, my friend. You really kind of had me going because I really need that character. So he's my villain, and I got to have him. So thank you for picking Sharon.
At least I put a little fear in you. I feel good about that.
You did put a little bit. Yeah. I felt a little twinge.
And both of those were 1966.
Oh, was it 66? Okay.
All right, James, I think that means you're on the clock.
Excellent.
I'm feeling Vagabond.
I'm feeling in that time frame. Vagabond would not be great, but the one that knocks out both lover and foe to ally and has been the best lover of all times. For my friend Tom, my first pick will be Rachel Diamondback.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
First appeared in Captain America 310 in, what was that, 1985.
All right.
Rick, it's your turn.
Right.
No, hold on. I'm also the guy who's putting all these things in a chart for everybody.
Fine.
I just need a few seconds to do that, please.
We could just not start your clock yet. Would you like me to talk some more? I can.
Okay.
That was the only one I was stressing until we came up with this new rule change.
The first pick's a tough pick, because if you're
it was the snipe.
Yeah, it's if you've got a fulcrum character that everything revolves around.
She's actually almost a throwaway, but I'm not going to talk about that.
You just did it out of spite?
No, I needed a lover. I need a faux-turned ally. It works out well.
Oh, you get to double dip? Hold on.
Yes.
Dude, we've double dipped forever.
Every time.
Really? You can
yes.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know we double dipped.
This is
what
I'm
sure that was guys. What Tom was the most excited about in all of it.
Interesting.
All right, I have you guys all put into the charts. So, so yeah, you can start the clock on me.
All right.
All right. So, I got to cross off on my list here. Rachel and Sharon. Yeah, just cross them off my list. So I've got to go with and I'm giving myself a little bit of time here so that I can put it in the chart and not waste everybody's time. But in fantasy football, what happens is there is a break, right? Everybody's getting running backs and wide receivers, and all of a sudden somebody gets the quarterback, and then there's a run on quarterbacks. Because all know the good quarterbacks are going away. And if I don't get my quarterback now, I'm screwed. So I got to get my love interest, and I'm getting Bernie Rosenthal. Representing the 1980s. She came out in 1980. And she not only is my love interest, but she's also a civilian. So Bernie Rosenthal is the pick.
We're going to
start round 2. Right. This is the part where it gets interesting. I gotta go. That run on quarterbacks? Sometimes you want to make sure that no one else can get that quarterback, the last remaining quarterback. So I got to go with the first pick in the second round, Connie Ferrari.
Rick. All right. Okay.
So that's Sharon Carter, Diamondback, Bernie, and Connie all off the board.
Okay.
James, you're on the clock.
Oh, whoops. I'm sitting here looking for somebody. What do I want? What do I want? Let's go with Namor from Marvel Comics. Marvel. Why am I feeling a blank all of a sudden? Marvel Comics, number 1. Yeah, from 1939.
Okay.
All right. So where are you putting him under?
I had him down as a faux-turned ally, but I've got Diamondback already there. But yeah, he's an ally.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just put him underneath faux-turned ally. And then, it doesn't matter. You can have him.
It doesn't. Yep.
I just didn't know if he was your villain. That was
he is not my villain.
Question. Okay.
I could not use the Submariner as the villain. That would not be okay.
All right. So Namor.
Just for the record, I'm upset now. I'm just letting you know, James.
Why?
No, I haven't expressed any sniping to this point, but I just want you to know, James, I am now. So good work.
Yeah. Namor. Really? That's an interesting one to be sniped so early.
That was not one I was that stressed about.
I have to admit, I was very much considering Namor. I had him and I scratched him off. He was a backup for me, but
okay.
I considered Namor. So
well, I have scratched him off now.
Bob, you're on the clock.
All right. Well, I am going to go with a civilian, and I am going with Arnie Roth from Captain America 268 with a cover date of January 1982.
All right. Arnie Roth representing the 80s for Bob.
I love the 80s.
Jason, you're on the clock.
All right, with my next pick, I would like to take from Captain America 208 from 1977, Armin Zola.
Oh, nice. I'm assuming he's your villain.
Oh,
He is my villain.
that was a backup for me. Good.
Nice. Good pick.
And now I'm going to pick another villain with my next pick.
I'm sorry. So that was the 70s, right?
Yes, that is the 70s.
Okay.
And now
hold on. I got to put these.
I'm so excited.
He is fired up.
You got the next pick. Nobody's taking it. It's okay. Relax. Nobody's
I'm
taking
about
it.
to pick something really weird, and I want to make sure I get it out there.
Okay.
All right. First pick in the third round. Jason is taking.
From Captain America Volume 3 in the 2000s, I am taking Cash, which is an AI villain that was in the Protocide. It was an AIM agent. And
that's CHE, right?
CHE. This is the early days of the internet, and this is how we perceived AI.
Right.
You have done a fantasy draft before, right?
Yeah, I know. He's pulling a Bob with Sergeant Muldoon.
Let me say, as Bob would
story.
Say, this character is absolutely essential to what I'm doing.
And I got it. Yep.
Is this in what category is he?
He's going to be the 2000s.
No, I mean, what category?
Well, he would just be a villain, but I've already got a villain.
Okay.
So he is not fulfilling any new category.
I put them as extras.
Yeah.
The last four columns I have as extra.
And I know full well that he's not being taken likely. But if he was, I was so done. So
yeah.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Bob's on the clock.
You'd have to clean your cache. Yeah. Okay.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, I am going to go with an extra, and I'm going to go with Joseph Rogers. Now, this one strikes me as odd.
Odd pick for sure.
Again, you're around the third pick, right?
Yeah. There's a method to my madness.
Okay.
And, you know how central he was in Volume 7 in the Remender run. So how could I not use him?
Sure.
I have a question. Where does he represent?
He represents,
according to the website?
comic book reading order.
Yeah.
He represents the 2010s.
2010s.
Yes, he does. I know. That's what I was about ready to say. I find that very odd.
No. Dude, did you not click on the Golden Age tab?
No, I didn't click on the Golden Age tab.
Oh, we talked about this.
What?
I didn't click on the Golden Age tab, but this is here to there. I know he was talked about in Volume 1. I guess he didn't appear.
I'm sorry, Joseph Rogers? He did not appear.
His dad, right?
His dad did not appear in Captain America.
They talked
comics.
about it, but that's neither here. Okay.
The first appearance, was in the Remender run. And both Marvel fandom and the comic book reading order agree on that, which I find odd. But
all right,
it is what it is.
For this website, yes, you're absolutely right. But do you see underneath that where it says appearance, powers, skills, equipment, and underneath there's like a little thing, a tab that says main 616?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have a Golden Age tab or a World War II tab. So you would click, if that was the case, you would click on that, and then whatever there would be the first appearance.
Well, okay.
But that's not the case here. So
that's not the case.
This here is Joseph Rogers is representing the 2010s.
Indeed.
Okay. Glad we got that figured out.
Take assist from the kids.
All right. So is James, we're going to put him on the clock now?
All right. He's on the clock.
Because it's important to the story, I will go with my villain, who I don't think would have gotten picked at all, but it is what it is. From 1963, I found him in Tales of Suspense number 58. And if that doesn't count, he is in Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 5, the Chameleon.
Oh, very nice.
All right.
This is where I realize I don't know how to spell chameleon.
CHAMELEON.
I had that. CHAMELEON. Yeah, I had that. All right. It didn't look right to me. And that is, I'm sorry, you said the 60s, right?
He is 1963. First appeared in Amazing Spider-Man, but his Captain America appearance was Tales of Suspense 58, if that counts.
Yeah, Tales of Suspense counts.
But Tales of Suspense 58 is before Steve Rogers starts in Tales of Suspense in 59.
It counts. 58 counts. That's the first Captain America. You're good. You're absolutely good.
Then I could have done something different, but that's okay.
All right.
Rick's being generous because he doesn't have that character.
Probably. Yeah, it'd be a whole different argument. Yeah.
You did get me a little bit worried when you said your villain and you were going in the 60s, because
most of the villains are in the 60s.
I know, but I'm pulling this guy.
Okay.
He is going to be my villain. I don't think any of you guys are going to pick him, but he's very, very, very much essential to my story. And that is Ultron.
I did not see that one coming.
And which comic book did he?
I love
Captain
that.
America?
That was a good one, Bob. That was a good one. Did you guys get the reference?
Nope. What'd he say?
From Age of Ultron?
From the movie.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see that coming. Oh, all right. I think there's 2 listeners who got that.
Quicksilver.
I got it. I'm not a listener today.
I'm much more interested in where he appeared in Captain America.
I am too. Yeah.
You know what? That was a tough one. So I will tell you right now, I was in my car coming up with this story and everything pivoted around this character. And then I was like, wait a minute. I know he's fought him plenty of times. And I know, a ton of times.
And lots of Avengers comics.
Yeah. And then I was like,
they don't count.
What if he doesn't appear in any of the Captain America stories? And then I get to Ultron character and there's 5 pages and I go through all 5 pages and it was until I get to the last page and Captain America, Sam Wilson 23 in 2017, he appeared.
Oh, yeah.
The only Captain America title he appeared in.
Wow. All right.
All right. So that was the end of round 3. I guess we're going to keep this moving. I'm going to go with another pivotal character. And this one is going to be a foe turned ally.
Mm.
And he also represents the 60s, which doesn't help me because I already had Ultron in the 60s. But this was an important character. And I am putting him in here. You guys would never pick him. But again, pivotal to the story. It is going to be Bruce Banner, a.k.a. the Hulk.
Okay.
And that is my former foe turned ally.
Nice. Considered Banner. Nice.
Did you know?
I did, actually. Yeah.
All right. James, you're on the clock.
All right. So let's go ahead and start our fight. For my civilian from 1997, Captain America Comics Volume 3, Issue Number 2, Lieutenant Commander Rebecca Houston, the XO of the Mackenzie in the comic book where Captain America's on a submarine.
What? She's your civilian?
That's what I wanted.
All right. Wasn't she like a baddie?
She was the XO. She was the one that was running around with Cap and was going to go down with the ship.
Oh, yeah. That's
when they were fighting Hydras on the ship.
All right. Yeah. She was awesome. That was a good
he ended up having to save her and eject out of the torpedo tube with her and all kinds of other things that don't happen on submarines.
And you would know, James, having served on a submarine.
Most important character of all for my story.
Wow.
Is it really the only civilian in your story?
Yes.
All right.
Based on location, based on premise of the story, which I don't really want to give away at the 4 point, but I'm okay with that. It's a base, so everybody's another sailor, or yeah.
All right. So I went back and I looked at the email and I said civilian definition: someone that is not actively fighting crime in any way, in parentheses, with powers or as an agent of SHIELD, for example.
I got you.
So SHIELD wasn't like the only definition; it was an example. So I can see, even though I know we've talked about it on episodes about military not counting.
I am curious though. When I used Duffy, was he retired?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
And your story is retired.
That is why I considered him a civilian.
He can't be retired
and not military. Yeah, because I would not have. I can't imagine myself saying that a military person was a civilian.
It stuck in my craw like you wouldn't believe, but
but it was because he was retired that he was now in that.
I'm retired. I'm still not a civilian, but I got it. But
so what are you saying, Bob? You are not accepting a active military personnel as a civilian?
I'm uncomfortable with it, but I'm comfortable with it going to a vote. Because
I'm asking what your vote is, Bob.
My vote would be no. You can't, and a military person is not a civilian. Everybody else is a civilian.
Jason?
I would say yes, because this pick affects me in no way, shape, or form. So I want it.
Jason.
I think in this world, when we think of civilians, I think it's in the rules as SHIELD as being a good example. But SHIELD is a high-powered agency specifically designed to fight like supernatural threats and to fight.
That's not no. I disagree. They are there to fight any kind of threat.
But it turns out that way. They get referred.
If you look at it, Ed Brubaker's run,
that's true.
The SHIELD agents, like they're fighting, crime as far as like
that's
activities
true.
And things like that. To me, they're military.
I am comfortable having said at this point to all our listeners that anybody who is in the military or former military who is offended by James Foley calling, what's her name? Rebecca.
All right. I'll concede the point. I'll concede the point. I'll concede the point.
As a civilian, please, feel free not to vote for James.
Thank you.
Direct all comments to James Foley.
And my support of James was purely self-serving, and I need everyone to know that too.
I rescind her as a civilian. Put her as extra.
Okay, so
but you can still pick her.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, she is absolutely. I said put her as extra. I'll come up with a different civilian. I'll take a bad guy out. Something. I'll figure it out.
All right. So what's her name? Rebecca what?
Lieutenant from the comic. In the issue, she was Lieutenant Commander Rebecca Houston.
Hopefully she's a captain by now.
She's an admiral. But either way.
Okay.
All right.
Pivotal to my story.
Lieutenant Commander.
LCDR.
All right. I apologize for my ignorance in the terminology.
In the comic, she was an 04.
Okay.
I am with you, Rick.
And she represents what year?
I don't understand either.
1990. 1997, the 90s.
90s. All right. So, wow.
We're so collegial compared to earlier shows, right? I mean, everybody just wants to get along.
It's the argument of the civilian, Bob. I was against it myself from the get-go. I just like with this. You'll see it in the story. I'm just going to throw somebody in as a one-off.
Bob, you're on the clock.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm going to have to go, Rick, with my love interest, which, of course, will have to be Cynthia Glass.
Oh, God.
Yeah, right. From the 1990s. So there you have it. Everybody loves Cynthia Glass from The Adventures of Captain America, right? But also,
I love the way to Kevin Maguire.
Of course you did. Sure. But reaffirmed as his first love in the Steve Rogers Super Soldier series.
So debatable.
Yes.
All right. All right. And Jason, you're on the clock.
I'm going to pick my villain turned ally. So my foe turned ally. Debuting in 1968, Avengers 57. I'm going to take the Vision.
Ooh, nice. Nice. I like that. Okay. So we are at halftime.
Great.
Yeah, we're at halftime. So I am going to show my screen so that you guys can, I don't know, take a screenshot. All right. So on the left-hand side, we have the picks. So we went Sharon Carter, Batroc, Diamondback, Bernie Rosenthal. So 3 love interests in the first 4 picks. And then in the second round, we start with a love interest, Connie Ferrari, and then Namor, Arnie Roth, Arnim Zola. Third round, Cash. Maybe a little too early, just saying. Joseph Rogers, maybe a little early. Chameleon, maybe a little early. Ultron, could be a little early. I think round 3, I think we all went a little early. But apparently, they're all pivotal to our stories. Indeed. And then round 4, we had Bruce Banner, Lieutenant Commander Rebecca Houston, Cynthia Glass, and Vision. Again, I think 4 characters, probably pivotal, but a little early. I'm surprised by rounds 3 and 4. What do you guys think so far?
I think there are some pretty big characters that are still on the board.
I think I admire any writer who is worth his or her salt, their salt, if they can make a compelling story from obscure characters.
Oh, I love how Bob just kind of like, yeah, let me pat myself on the back.
Let's not just go to the well. Let's make a compelling story.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, Bob, Batroc was a very pivotal character in my last draft. So, okay. Representing the decades, Jason, you represent 60s, 70s, and 2000s. So you got 2 more decades you got in the next 4 rounds. Bob, you represent 60s, 80s, 90s, and 2010s. Very nice. You only need 1 more decade. James, you got 30s, 60s, 80s, 90s. You are also in a good situation, 1 more decade. And then me, I have the 60s, 80s, and 90s. I'm in the same boat as Jason. I need 2 more decades to represent. Are we good? We go ahead and start the second half?
All right.
Jason, you're on the clock.
So you mentioned all those things that I need, and I'm not going to do any of them because you got to go where your heart goes. So I'm taking debuting in Captain America 217 as Marvel Boy, and appearing for the first time, and Hulk 234 as Quasar. I am taking Quasar.
Quasar. Nice. Wowzers.
And by the way, I wrote this book about him. Product placement.
If somebody else brings it up,
now what?
Stop them.
What was it? The 70s?
He was the 70s. Yes.
Okay. Well, you. Oh yeah, you didn't need that. Never mind.
I didn't need it at all. But there was no way I wasn't gonna do it, Rick.
Wendell's a great character. He was a favorite of mine as a kid.
Thank you. Like I had anything to do with him, but I've spent a lot of time with him lately. So I'm excited to have him in this story too.
Very nice.
Good.
All right, Bob, you're on the clock.
All right. Well, if I have Joseph, I have to have Sarah Rogers, right? So from Captain America 255 with the cover date of March 1981, joining her husband, dear Joseph, the parents of Steve Rogers. Definitely got to be part of my story.
Yeah, that was the 80s, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you already had the 80s, so and you already had a civilian, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
All right.
You like what you like. James, you're on the clock.
Still doing research. I'm not kidding. I need one more decade, so let's go ahead and knock out the 70s.
And you do need a civilian, by the way.
I know. Thank you. For my 5th round pick, I will take 1979. First appeared in Master of Kung Fu. Zeron, the Weapons Master.
What? Now, hold on. I just want to say, when I picked Zeron, was it last? Yeah, last draft. Everybody was like, who?
You made him cool again, right?
Apparently.
He has been one of my favorites since I was a kid. He was in West Coast Avengers 10, and I was L for that. I was trying to figure out if it was Batroc Brigade went as a package deal, but you actually went character by character last time. So I figured out I had to actually break that down.
Yeah. There's no package deals.
I was trying.
You can't draft 2 characters for one.
Three.
I know, but I mean, Bob would have gotten Joseph and Sarah Rogers in one pick.
Yeah, but I have to admit, I did consider Jacques Duquesne, so he was.
Just saying.
Yeah.
All right, nicely done, Zeron. Can't wait to see how this works out. All right, I'm on the clock.
You are.
I need another decade. I'm going to have to go with the 70s. Bob, you know her. You love her. She debuted in Captain America 237. Do you want to build a snowman? It's Anna Kappelbaum.
Oh, I was going to pick her.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. But it'd be right up my style. Be my style, though, wouldn't it?
It really would.
It would. Yeah.
It really would. So yeah, I got Kappelbaum, and she came out in 1979. I think that's the episode that for those in real time, like Jason and James, it comes out tonight. So there we go. Anna Kappelbaum.
Nice.
Thank you. All right. I kick off the first pick in round 6. Am I on the clock yet?
You are.
Okay. I know how I'm going to represent my 5th decade. The question is, what the hell? You know what I'm going to do? Jason had said before, there's still some big names on the board. You know?
There's a lot of big names on the board.
It really is.
There's hundreds of big names on the board.
I mean, the first pick in the draft the last 4 years is still just hanging out there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I gotta go with Bucky Winter Soldier.
There you have it. There you have it.
I mean, like, let's make this fun.
Yeah.
Right? So
sure.
Why
not? Right? Yeah. So that's
go ahead. Get the ash vote. Go ahead.
I mean, we could put this underneath foe turned ally. We could,
ally turned foe turned ally. Sure, okay.
Yeah, right, whatever. But he represents the 40s. So I now have all 5 of my decades.
Okay.
And I have all my categories filled too. Woo. I'm now everything's just icing for me.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
James, you're on the clock.
For my civilian, I will do a deep dig and grab first appeared in Avengers 281, the 1980s, Fabian Stankovic.
Oh, nice. I like Fabian.
Okay.
I believe I drafted him previously.
I believe you did. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just going to go Fabian S. I think we all can figure out who that is.
Is he a civilian?
Don't you start.
It's a valid point. He is.
No, he is absolutely.
Avengers.
He's an
He supports staff.
He could be a foe turned ally too, right?
In a really stretch. Sure.
Wow.
It depends.
But I don't care. He's my civilian.
Hold on. I'm going to pull a Bob here.
Oh my God.
With the Betsy Ross. what is in your story? What is Fabian's current role?
Yeah.
Inventor.
Then I would say he's not a civilian.
He gave you an opening there.
Yeah, that's fine. I really am not going to fight you on this, James.
Can I go for a vote? Can I get a vote?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I mean, if he's inventing to what? Stop crime?
Is he working for the Avengers?
Nope, he is not.
He's on his own?
He's a civilian contractor for the United States Navy.
Civilian contractor.
He said the word civilian, didn't he?
I would go with you on that one, James. I would vote for that because.
All right, let's do it. Fabian is a civilian. In your story.
Yes.
In your story.
Or I could just put scientist X. I don't care. I just need a scientist.
Maybe a scientist that
what
wasn't
was he,
ever
the
called?
80s?
And
was
I'm
he 80?
81.
80.
And I'm editing the story as we speak. So
Okay. So the Mecha Marauder is a civilian. Gotcha.
I forgot he did that.
I'm fine with it, James.
All right. And James, you have 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 30s. So you're good with your decades.
I'm rolling.
Yep, and you're good with your categories.
I'm rolling.
All right, so you and me are done.
Nope, I got two more characters I really need.
Well, you know what? Oh, yeah, I do too. Bob, you're on the clock.
Okay. I'm so glad nobody picked this one because this was really important for me to have this one in my story. It's Dougie Huggins. He's my foe turned ally. Dougie Huggins from Captain America Mythos, the one shot. Everybody remembers Dougie. Remember the bully that lived in the same building as Steve Rogers and picked on him all the time? By the end of that issue, he was a good friend of Steve. Cap had awarded him a Medal of Valor, and Steve Rogers had dinner with him every year at the 11th Infantry annual event.
What book was he from?
Mythos.
Mythos. So that's 2000? The 2000s?
Yep.
Was that a Captain America book?
Yes, it was a Captain America book. It was a one-shot Captain America Mythos.
Hey, James,
I remember Captain America. No, I remember miniseries being on there. I didn't see one-shots.
One-shots miniseries were definitely on there.
If it's a Captain America title, yeah.
Okay.
And Mythos was a story that we did panel by panel.
I understand.
And also we had Paulo Rivera on the show to discuss it as well. Maybe if you listen to all the episodes, James, you'd know that.
This is
I love Dougie.
Right? It's a PG show.
Dougie's one of those characters, obscure. He had a very important
role
very as a bully, right? But by the end of the show, heroes all. In fact, Steve used those words exactly. And Dougie showed up in that panorama of all the heroes from World War II on one side. And he was the last guy that he saw in that book, right? As they sat at the hall, as Dougie is an old man, he's still young. So he's my foe turned ally.
Okay.
I think that's pushing it, but okay.
Of course it's pushing it, Rick. What would you expect?
It is Bob.
It is.
I was waiting for it to be a civilian, but okay.
I don't know if I call a guy I fought with when I was a kid a foe, but I could see that. I could see it.
In the context of my story, it absolutely you will.
And now, Bob, you have all your categories and all your decades.
Thank you.
Yes, nicely done. Jason, you're on the clock.
I'm so excited to pick a civilian because that has gone so smoothly to this point. I hope that there's no argument here. I'm taking David Weintraub, who is Cap's friend from his art class starting in Sentinel of Liberty #1.
David W. And that was that's the 2020s, right?
That's 2020s.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. Good for you.
Thank you.
No, there's no argument there.
The only argument would be David Weintraub ?
Yeah. No. You know what? He was one of those that I was kind of like, all right, well, I could always go back to him if some of my others didn't work out. To be honest with you.
Cap thinks that he knows stuff about computers, and that's good enough for me. I trust Steve on this.
All right, so now you have
couldn't pick Ram.
All your characters, and you have 60s, 70s, or you have one more decade you got to do.
I think the 80s would be a good decade to check off here.
Yeah, well, it's your pick.
And I'm going to take the Eel, who debuted in Power Man and Iron Fist, but has appeared as part of all sorts of serpenty things.
Serpenty things, yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense. An eel's not a serpent.
It doesn't.
I know. What 80s you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now you've got you're done.
Okay.
You've got them all, and we that was your first pick in the 7th round. All right, Bob, you're on the clock.
All right, I'm gonna blow your mind
because you haven't already.
You have.
I mean,
you're
really?
not even gonna see this one.
All right, we've had Joseph Rogers, Sarah Rogers, Cynthia Glass, and Dougie Huggins. Let's blow the mind.
You didn't see this one coming. Another one from the 80s, and I got a little nervous when Jason said the 80s because Captain America 250, cover date October 1980.
Oh.
Edna Crossley.
Edna, the teacher.
The teacher.
Edna. You didn't know you didn't think I'd know that.
I knew you'd know that. We talked about her in our show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered this issue.
I'm sorry, Edna
Crossley.
Crossley. How do you spell that?
Crossley.
All right.
She's elementary school teacher.
Nice. I'm seeing a little.
Thanks for not stealing that one, Jason.
Don't mention it, Bob.
I'm seeing a little time period piece going on here.
May indeed be.
Joseph and Sarah Rogers, Dougie Huggins, Edna Crossley, Arnie Roth. This Cynthia Glass. I mean, this is a period piece.
It is a period.
It only took me 7 characters for me to piece that together, Bob.
Connect the dots with the yarn and the thumbtacks, right?
All right, James, you are on the clock.
All right, with my 7th pick?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put down which one he first appeared in. Whoops. I'm sorry. Because it's not a Captain America comic.
For Bolton.
Yeah, I know. First appearance, Submariner number 5, 1968.
You already said Namor.
Yeah, I know. I'm giving you the issue he first appeared in. Tiger Shark.
Ooh.
From Steve Rogers, Captain America number 13. Because I needed a water guy, and I looked all through that complete database thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I was going crazy about Tales of Suspense was Atuma appears in Tales of Suspense and the Iron Man side, and I thought he wouldn't be fair.
And that was 60s?
Yeah, 60s. Sorry.
Okay. Tuma, Jamaica.
Who's never appeared in a Captain America comic book.
Who did?
Atuma.
Really?
He's never been in a Captain America comic book. He was in Tales of Suspense fighting Iron Man.
14 hours of research. I trust you.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm on the clock.
You are.
And this is a character. I'm not going to get into the details of this character, but I will say that you guys, I would have been shocked if anybody took this character. Whew, I have to create a new space. I don't even have enough space in my love interest for her. Wow. I have to actually shift the Excel just so I can create a whole nother category for her. My third love interest is Dr. Rosa Rogers.
Who?
Drawn a blank.
Avengers Twilight.
Wow.
Not a Captain America comic?
It's amazing.
Yes.
Oh.
Avengers Twilight?
Oh, James.
Just because we talked about it, no.
I don't know about that one, man. It's an Avengers title.
Exactly.
It's an Avengers title, but the whole story is based on Steve Rogers.
So's Avengers Masters of Evil versus Zemo when he takes over the mansion.
Oh, I disagree on that. That's an Avengers story that has all of the different characters that show. This story focuses on Steve Rogers. We had Chip Zdarsky on here. He talked about
because you put him on the book or the show doesn't make sense.
He talked about the fact that it was he wanted to create a Steve Rogers story, and this is what he created.
I am deeply uncomfortable, but you didn't steal Edna, so I'm almost willing to let this slide. It was a Steve Rogers centric book. There's no doubt about that. So I can't argue with the fact that Rick claims that it was Steve Rogers who was the central character. The other ones were really bit players. Iron Man, Thor showed up late, Hulk showed up late, right? A bunch of new characters.
He's the commish. That's fine.
So I have to go with it.
Jason?
I'll allow it.
Again, for completely self-serving reasons.
Yeah. I feel like I need to get allies for what my last pick is going to be.
Absolutely could have done my other story.
Okay.
Okay. There's a Rogers. Nice. I can't wait to see how this one comes together.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Yeah. Steve Rogers, polygamist.
All right. Yeah.
We thought he was Roman Catholic. He's really Mormon.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice.
All right, for my last pick, put me on the clock, Bob. I might need a second here.
All right. Pressure's building.
I have to do a little research on this one and pull up Captain America 237, which was the one that actually we just did, Bob. And it really inspired me. As you saw, I had Anna Koppelbaum, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with my last pick. And this is, well, you know what? The hell with it.
Do it.
I'm going crazy here. We said
caution to the wind.
We said there were big names still on the board.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big names.
Huge.
I'm going to have to go with the 1970s. Not that I need another decade. But this person is really, really pivotal and important in Steve Rogers' life.
Crispy Doughboy.
Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson. That was my second choice. Yeah. Second guess. All right. Sam Wilson.
I feel like I got some steals here.
You did. Yeah. You got some.
Sam usually goes late.
All right, James, you're on the clock.
Oh, I don't know if I can get my last one or not. We'll see. Also from 1963, which I made the comment that all great villains come from.
Mm-hmm, you did.
Another Amazing Spider-Man villain, the Sandman.
Wow.
In Captain America Comics 385.
Wow.
I love how he puts and this is the issue that Captain America issue he appeared in.
They're obscure characters. You said we need to have it.
I love that. Thank you for doing that.
Told you I put the research into it.
Yeah. I love how you were just I think were you the same one who was like, wait a minute. When did Ultron appear?
Yes.
Yeah. I had the one Cap comic. So kudos to
that
you.
That was Tiger Shark. I went through page by page by page to get that.
Wow. You got some interesting villains. I like your villains.
That makes sense.
Bob, you're on the clock.
All right. My last character. And again, I'm glad nobody's.
And you need 2 more decades, Bob.
I do not need 2 more decades. Nice try, though. But I'll have an extra one here because I cannot be satisfied without a Golden Age character. So I am going with Washington Whitewash Carver Jones. Now his first appearance was in Young Allies #1, but his first appearance with Captain America was in Captain America Comics #5. And that was with the cover date of August 1941.
Washington Jones.
Washington Jones. Retired as a colonel from the U.S. Air Force.
Retired.
Retired as a colonel.
Yes. And your story, is he still in the military?
He's not in the military at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's one of those little kid sentinels of liberty.
Nice. All right, Jason, you started us off with Sharon Carter sniping for me, which I still haven't forgiven, and then now you get to end the draft. Okay. Who's your pick?
I've got some questions first.
Bob, is he on the clock?
Can I pick a character
who on the clock.
Has not appeared in a Captain America comic but will? The cover is out there. It has a release date later this year. It's out there. Can we do that?
Oh, are you doing like a Red Widow or something?
Hasn't been published yet.
Yeah, it doesn't have a cover date, does it?
Did we say it had to be published? Did we use that word?
Could we therefore use Tom's comic?
Is that in the mail yet?
What's that?
I'm not in charge of that.
It has a November.
When's it supposed to be out?
2025. Publication date of January 26th.
All right. So has this character is a previously existing character?
Yes.
Okay.
But it has not appeared in any Captain America comic.
It appeared
Just tell us the character. We'll let you know.
It's a xenomorph.
Huh? Oh, yeah, an alien.
Yes.
So pick a skull.
I don't want a scroll. I want a xenomorph. He
wants a xenomorph.
He wants to ride
the wave of the popularity of the new show. I get it.
So it says must have appeared in a Captain America series in the email.
Oh, that is past.
Okay.
James with the technicality.
Yeah.
I would have let you have it, James, just because there's no impact on me. But
I might have too, because I just want to see the story.
Well, I mean, if there's a vote, then.
But I think James has a good point.
There you have it.
James James just picked up the what would Cap do coin and started reciting characteristics, integrity, and so on.
Normally, Rick, I think we should let him have it, but in the interest of ramping up the tension, I say no.
That is fine. But I want everyone to know when the votes come out, I tried to get a xenomorph in this story. I tried. I will take first appearing in Iron Man 278 and appearing in Cap 399, Shatteraxe.
What?
Shatteraxe.
Shatteraxe?
The Kree alien.
Oh, you wanted an alien.
Yeah.
Is that shatter like SHATTER?
Axe. Yeah.
Axe.
One word, two words?
Like the body spray.
One word.
Huh?
One word.
One word. Shatteraxe.
All right.
Yes.
I think you stumped me. What Cap comic was he in?
He's during the Operation Galactic Storm. So when every possible Kree warrior and Shi'ar warrior appears, Shatteraxe is one of those.
And that so he's what category would you put him in?
I would put him in villain, but I don't need any categories at this point. But
you don't, but I have to put it somewhere.
He's an 80s character and he's a villain.
Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations, everybody.
Wow.
That was a fun draft. Lots of surprises, lots of characters. I don't think our listeners even know who they are.
Yeah.
We had some...
Or one of the hosts.
It's true.
Yeah.
We also had some great value in the second half of the draft. Wow. All right, let's just go through this. I'll share my screen again. All right. So Bob, well, actually, we'll go Jason. Jason was first. Jason has Sharon Carter, Arnim Zola, Cash. I'm pausing for people to do a Google search on that. Vision, Quasar, David W., Eel, and Shatteraxe. I got to say, first two picks started strong. Very, very strong. The rest, interesting. Very interesting. I can't
That's what
wait
I
to
hope
hear
for.
the story. I can't
I
wait to hear
just
the
want
story.
interesting. You know,
I want to hear the pitch. Bob, second pick of the draft, he went Batroc, which we all know means that is a very pivotal character in his story. Arnie Roth, Joseph Rogers, Cynthia Glass, Sarah Rogers, Dougie Huggins, Edna Krausley, Washington Jones. Now I understand why you went Arnie Roth with the second pick of your draft, because I was like, why is he picking him so early? Because of all the remaining characters, he might have been the one who might have been picked.
That's exactly right. This is not one I would have put past you to use in one of your stories. So I had to.
I actually do have him down here as potential. So,
see, yeah.
James, you went Diamondback. I gotta tell you, that was like snipe. I was so, and when you hear my story, you'll understand why. Namor, interesting second pick. Chameleon, interesting third. Houston, Zeron, Fabian Stankiewicz, Tiger Shark, Sandman. Again, really interesting characters here.
I got a naval theme here.
What?
And then
protest.
Then me, I got two of the biggest love interest still remaining at that point, Bernie and Connie. Went with my villain Ultron, Bruce Banner, Anna Koppelbaum, who was the landlord of the Brooklyn Heights apartment. And then we got late round steals, right? We got Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson, and sandwiched in between there is a controversial Dr. Rosa Rogers.
Yeah.
So interesting draft. All right. So now's the point where we go and we do our pitches. And we have 3 minutes, and we will go with Jason. You go first, and you are on the clock for your pitch.
This is Peace, Love, and Hate Captain America. Quasar is patrolling space, and he starts to feel these weird feelings of peace and love, and he doesn't want to give in to these feelings because the quantum bands kind of block mind control from him. But he starts feeling these things, and then he starts feeling this repeated mantra of hate Captain America, peace, love, hate Captain America. Quasar flies off. He doesn't know what's going on. He's kind of in a panic. As he's flying toward Earth to try to get to Cap, he gets stopped by Shatterax. They have a fight in space. Quasar is completely weirded out by all of this, gets by him, and is on his way to Earth. On Earth, Cap and Sharon are fighting the eel. During this fight, Cap gets a call from his art student friend, David Weintraub, who's been monitoring the internets and is hearing about some weird cosmic energy. Cap says, I'm busy, the eel is here. I'll get on it when I can. Sharon pops the eel right in the face, battle over. Cap's like, okay, I'm on it. Quasar is on his way. Sharon and Cap check things out. Cap receives a call from Vision about hearing these words also emanating from space. So Cap is really kind of wondering what's going on at this point. Quasar arrives, tells Cap what he felt. Quasar marked the location in space where the signal was the strongest with his quantum bands, and Sharon and Cap and Quasar fly off to figure out what's going on. They arrive on what seems like a seemingly peaceful planet that Quasar has no idea about, did not see this planet ever before. Sharon complains about these messages and how annoying they are. Quasar makes a headband to help her repeal the brain activity and fight the mind control of this. The peaceful citizens on this planet start to grow angry when they see Cap. Cap and his team start defending themselves, but then Armin Zola shows up and reveals himself as the force behind the voices. And Armin Zola has made his way to space to try to take over in a new way. He created this faux peace to make these people more vulnerable for this little bit of hatred that he has planted in there. But Zola is told by Cap that you couldn't have done this alone. This is too big an operation, even for you. And Zola concedes and says, yes, and the rest, my ally is underfoot. Cash, who's the AI-generated being who created a body on Earth, was sent off into space and has now created a planet. of himself as the new villain here. So Cash is the literal planet that they're on. Big battles. They fight Zola. Shatterax comes back. He's controlled by all this too. Quasar, Cap, they all fight. We fight Zola. We find out that they battle Zola. They defeat him. Quasar starts taking the residents of the planet away as Cap fights the planet. There are earthquakes, there are trees, everything is fighting him. Quasar is taking away these people who've been influenced to get to another planet. Sharon and Cap fight. Sharon tells Zemo that he will die if Cash destroys himself. And so Zola, in a complete act of self-preservation, merges back with Cash into one body. The planet explodes. Quasar gets back to save everybody. They get back and they have stopped what Sharon calls this plague of faith. There's all these people talking in these peaceful terms. Cap corrects her and says that he's going to be fine. These people have not been cured of their hatred of Captain America, but they will, because he's going to do good deeds and that's going to show them the right path. She still calls this a virus and a plague, and he says that faith is never a plague. It's never a virus. These are things that we can do. Everybody is confident. Cap is confident these people will find their way because faith helps you find a way. And that's my story.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice. I think with the where I liked it is that, you know, it's a whole thing about love and faith, and, you know, that's what wins at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanted Sharon in there because I think Sharon's cynicism was really important to me to contrast with Cap's optimism in these points. And then I needed some cosmic characters that kind of got in there too. So I had a whole underwater part also, James, but Vision replaced that very, very quickly. But 3 minutes isn't that long, even when you talk as fast as I do. So I'm a little
I love the cosmic feel to it, right? And I think it has a certain flavor to it that I think, you know, fans of the 80s, early 90s would really appreciate. So I like it, and I love that the whole Arnim Zola in a selfless act of self-preservation. I love that bit because it reminds me a lot of your willingness to let James slide on a couple of his picks. So very, very nice. Very nice. But I would definitely read it, Jason, because
absolutely
it sings to me a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love the underlying theme.
I appreciate the fact that I affected it by taking away Namor. You're welcome. Very good story. Does sound good. Shatterax is somebody I had never thought of and wouldn't have grabbed, but that was a big chunk of the stuff that I did for mine with obscure characters and one panels.
How did the Xenomorph fit?
It was just going to be that. Quasar was going to have to fight him, and then it was going to have the Xenomorph kind of more involved in the battles at the end. And when you're telling a pitch this quickly, you can't into all of that. But
it's true.
I had some pretty cool Cap fighting Xenomorph and Sharon having to go toe to toe with one that I liked. But that's fine.
Yeah.
We can just imagine that was a Xenomorph instead of the
No, we can't. Sorry.
I still think a scroll or something.
I'm gone with the Predator. I don't know. I mean, I'm more of a Predator guy, but
that's fair. I default to the Kree. So
I got you.
I'm sorry, Bob. What was the issue of Captain America comics where the Predator showed up?
I don't know. You know, whatever. As long as we're I'm sure it'll be some future issue.
Okay.
So.
Hey, you never know with Marvel at this point.
You don't know. They've got
they had almost everybody on the cover.
I think they've
Predator, so
don't they have a variant cover for Toy Story or something coming out for Captain America? So.
Jason, important question for your story.
Yes.
Who are you getting to write it and who are you getting to draw it?
Yeah.
It's got that cosmic 80s flair. So I definitely feel that this is a Mark Gruenwald story. There was no way I was going to say it wasn't. And you know what? I want Mark to pencil it too, because Mark was a really good penciler who never.
Hawkeye miniseries.
Hawkeye miniseries is good, and Mark's take on that was that others were better and they were faster, and so he didn't really feel like he needed to do it. But that Hawkeye miniseries looks good. He also did some of the characters in the Marvel Universe guide, and you can kind of tell those too. So I want him to do it all.
I like it.
All right.
All right, Bob, you're up. Let's hear your pitch for your story. I can't wait to hear this one.
All right.
I'm hearing it takes place in the 90s, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Rick, actually, you inspired this story. So about a week and a half ago, you made a post about the challenge coin. You put it in the Captain America Facebook, and it got me thinking. And so I was inspired by that, and I wanted to do a story that was built around the challenge coin, and in particular about the characteristics of Captain America, Steve Rogers, that are listed on the challenge coin. So that's what it's about. It's about the formative influences on young Steve Rogers, because we often think that, heroes are born that way, and often they're made. I have a background in social psychology, so I'm really interested in how people are learn from social exemplars and models. This idea of vicarious learning. So I wanted to also build a little bit on that Captain America 443 when Steve has that short conversation with Batroc. And so I have built on that a little bit. So as the story opens, we've already sort of entered the engagement between Batroc and Captain America. And Cap has lost this engagement. And we find him tied to a chair with sort of Batroc gloating over him, saying, "I bested you. I'm better than you." And Cap saying, "Well, you got me this time," sort of thing. And Batroc says, "It's easy for you. You've got everything going for you. You're loved, you're admired, you're respected, and you have whatever it is that makes it impossible for most people to lay a hand on you. But I bested you." And then, Steve pushes back a little bit more and says, "Well, you could have made other choices in your life." And Batroc again pushes back and says, "Well, look at you. You have all these things, and, most of us didn't choose this path." And this is when Steve takes the opportunity to sort of lecture Batroc. And he does this in the form of several flashback stories that talks about the fact that, he wasn't born a hero. He didn't become Captain America out of the womb, right? He had a childhood, he had a young adult life, and there were people in his life that taught him what character meant. And we proceed through each of the character traits on the coin as he recounts these flashbacks to Batroc. So when it comes to honesty and integrity, he talks about his parents. And in particular, he talks about his dad, who, for all his faults, had honesty and integrity. And he talks about how he was a construction worker and how...
30 seconds.
Already? Oh my God. All right. Well, anyway, so then he talks about courage, and he talks about Arnie Roth, and he talks about perseverance and Washington Carver Jones fighting racism to do the right thing. He talks about humility and Dougie Huggins, who learned to change and not become, remain a bully. And he learns about empathy and compassion from Miss Crossley. And finally, Cynthia Glass teaches him about sacrifice. And there you have it.
I like it.
Yeah. So flashback stories.
Yeah. And these are all characters and stories and situations that help shape Steve Rogers to be the character we all know and love.
That's right.
Who wouldn't want to see that story?
Who would not want to hear about what made Steve who he is?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that, you and I have discussed many times that, Steve Rogers is the character that we love. But, the super soldier serum is just, a nice after effect, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, a lot of these characters, they don't have a lot of depth to them, so why not give them a little depth? Like Dougie. Poor Dougie.
I love this. I love how it fills in the blanks a little bit on that Batroc conversation. I think that's really fun and an interesting way to do it. And I love the self-promotion of the coins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since I'm not the only one then who... My inclusion of Quasar was a little self-promotional too, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. But really, I love it. I love the message. I love this idea of talking about what character means, and really showing us why we love Steve Rogers.
Yeah, wouldn't it be fun if, like, Steve held up Cap held up a coin and said some fan sent him this?
I think it would be great if he talked about buymeacoffee.com.
When did we get white coins? I have red and I have blue. When did we get a white one?
The white one just came out.
Just came out.
Ah,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So
gotta complete the set.
Hold on. You haven't seen it yet? There it is.
Not the white one.
There's the white one.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks sharp.
Yep.
Yep.
It's nice. Red, white, and blue, buddy.
the idea of the self promotion, the social background, the things of that nature. I like that fact that we're all pulling from things that we have our passion about. Obviously, mine's going to be in the same vein. But a very great issue with Batroc and Cap together. I love grabbing a piece out of history to pull out of and expand that story. That's something y'all have talked about multiple times. What was that whole night of conversation about?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely fits. I like it.
And who would be the writer and illustrator for your
Well,
story?
I would definitely want it to be illustrated by Paulo Jenkins and written by Roger Stern, because I loved what they did together on the 70th anniversary Young Allies special. So
Paulo Jenkins?
I'm Paulo Rivera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Paulo Rivera and Roger Stern. So my backup would have been John Jenkins, because I liked how they worked together on Mythos. And so.
Gotcha. Paul Jenkins was the writer.
On Mythos.
Yes. Yeah. Paulo Rivera. Gotcha.
But Paulo did the art for the 70th anniversary issue, and Roger was the writer.
What I really wanted to do was a Magneto story, but I couldn't get enough characters to make it work. There's something I may bounce off Rick and discuss as an opportunity to talk through it, but with his history and some of the things he's done to submarines, there's a great story there that hasn't ever been touched.
Right. Mm-hmm. Last but not least, I'm sure, and I know we've all been waiting to hear this pitch. What do you got for us, buddy?
All right. So I hope you like a dark story, something that has a lot of heaviness to it as far as really impactful things happen in this story. So essentially, we start off with Steve Rogers in his Brooklyn Heights apartment with his love, Bernie Rosenthal. And also there is Anna Kappelbaum. And they're just, the three of them were sitting in Steve's apartment and having a good time chatting. And out of nowhere, busts in Ultron. And Ultron comes in and immediately starts to fight Steve Rogers. They take the fight out of the apartment, but ultimately what happens is the apartment blows up with Bernie and Anna in it, perishing. Move towards the next chapter, and we have Steve Rogers with Sam Wilson. They're just buddies hanging out on a night, just friends, not in their civilian identity. Ultron shows up, attacks both of them, kills Sam Wilson. Next chapter, Steve Rogers is with his love, Connie Ferrari, in a civilian identity. Ultron shows up, kills Connie before Steve can do anything to stop it. And then next chapter, Steve is just hanging out with his bud, Bucky. And out of nowhere, Ultron comes in, they fight, and Ultron kills Bucky. This all happens over and over and over. So Steve feels like Ultron has been plaguing him his entire life, killing the loved ones closest to him. He can never understand why. And then we go further into time, and Steve Rogers is older. And now we get to the time of the story of Avengers Twilight. And it turns out Ultron has not been the villain behind the story the entire time. Who has programmed Ultron to go through a circuitry over the course of these decades has been Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner, it turns out, when they say Bruce Banner died and Hulk was reigned the same, no, they managed, Red Skull figured out, and Ultron figured out how to separate the two. And this put a living hell for Bruce Banner, so he wanted to get revenge on this. But how did he do it? And it wasn't until Dr. Rosa Rogers realized that Steve Rogers was better when he was without any civilians in his life. When he was Captain America and devoted to being Captain America, he was on top of things and stopped bad things from happening. But when he was distracted in his life, she realized that he was not able to stop horrible things from happening to the rest of the world. So they decided the best thing to do was to go back and to periodically make sure that Steve had no loved ones in his life. But it doesn't end horribly. Steve has remained positive. Steve has remained true to the fact that he knows and he loves his friends and his family, and that he is not going to let this stop him. And he confronts Rosa at the very end, and I'll have to let you know how it ends from there. I know my time's up.
He kills her.
No, he doesn't.
Now, at some point, does a bat fly through the window and he decides to don a cape and a cowl?
No.
Okay.
That's not in there.
No.
Sorry.
Wow, that is dark, Rick.
It is.
Yeah.
So you think the entire story that Ultron is the villain, but it turns out that it was Steve's allies and loved ones who were in their deranged mind felt like this was the best thing for the world, was Steve Rogers not having any civilian identity but be Captain America. And then what Steve does at the end with Rosa to kind of show that no, love does conquer all.
So I like it. I love it. He's going back in time, like they're going back and basically altering Steve's life, right?
They're going back through time through Ultron.
Through Ultron.
So kind of like I think of it as a time virus that Bruce Banner develops to go back and to make changes in history.
It has a little multiverse feel to it, right?
It does. It's kind of like a what if issue.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I love it.
You get Chip Zdarsky and Daniel Acuna, the ones who did Avengers Twilight, to come back and do it because they had that dark kind of feel to it. Yeah. But again, just like Avengers Twilight ended on a positive note, my story will as well.
So, do they actually die?
Yeah, this is like kind of like a what if story.
Okay. I didn't know if they were pruning it before it happened.
Yeah, I mean, in Avengers Twilight, it's actually Earth 24331. Right. It's not the 616. Right. Yeah. So anything can happen in this story.
Right. Okay. I like it. Nicely done. I would read it. And I would say to Rick, hey, we should cover that on the show. Panel by panel.
To say once he goes through and publishes it.
I know
it's a really cool story. I mean, it's so all the way that you're pitching it. I'm like, I don't know where this is going. And I really like that aspect of it, is that you really had me hooked pretty early on this one. Mm-hmm. And there was an unpredictability that I thought was really compelling. And I still don't fully know what happened because you didn't finish it in the pitch, which I respect. And I think that's really cool. I would listen to the episode where you and Bob cover that.
Just for Bob's sound effects.
Yeah, absolutely. I liked how willing you were to go dark on that. Mm-hmm. And I think it was really compelling.
I know that's not your style, Rick.
It isn't, but you know, I felt like seeing Steve humanized, because he's Steve Rogers throughout this story. He's not Captain America. And to see him with his loved ones and then seeing something horrible happen and what that does to Steve, and to have that over and over and over throughout his life, and yet he remains positive. He doesn't let it turn him dark. And I felt like, you know, if Steve, I don't know, I thought maybe like a story like this could help others, because if Steve doesn't go dark after seeing his love interests and his best friends and his neighbors, you know, perish because of him, just because of knowing him, that, you know, if Steve doesn't go dark, then, you know, we all have hope.
I love that. I mean, that was sort of the goal behind mine too, Rick, is that, it's like the people were around, right? I mean, like, you inspire me, and your post about the coin inspired me, right? Because the things that we do help others be courageous and be, humble and all those sorts of things. So I love those kinds of stories and the ones that we can look to for inspiration. I thought it was a great, just well done.
Can I say also how impressed I am with you, Rick, and you, Bob? 5th time you've done this, and I can't. I'm stressed out. I'm a mess after all this, and just how many stories you've been able to create, and how interesting and original they've all been. And I'm just so impressed with both of you for that, and I think that's such a really good story idea, Rick.
Oh, thank you. And I gotta tell you, I'm running out of stories.
I bet.
Well, it's it's the stew here, right? We got a lot of chefs in the kitchen that are helping to contribute ideas, and that tension, I think, helps a little bit. So it's good. We got bringing in experts like Jason and James helps ramp up the demand on us to sort of step up the game a little bit.
You guys got 6 months for the next one too, so you could start stewing on something.
I know we'll start thinking about that probably. What, Rick? 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, week beforehand.
When I'm driving home from work.
Hey, let me just come up with something. Got it.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. We had a little controversy. We had a little debate going back and forth on a few things. I think that keeps the drama going.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But I think ultimately we surprised our listeners with some amazing characters that they probably never thought of. And kudos to all of you for doing your due diligence and coming up with some fun stories. And I can't wait to see the Diamond distributor publication previews pitch, especially from you, James. And
ChatGPT's my friend.
Yeah, summarize again. And
yes.
So look for that in the Facebook group. And if you're not part of the Facebook group, why not? I mean, I know, I think people who are holding off are like, oh, I hate the internet, I hate social media. Not our group. We are 100% positive. You will not see anybody going on there and trashing people and giving negative, and there's no politics, all of that fun stuff. It's an oasis from all that. So make sure you check us out on the Facebook group, which is Captain America Comic Book Fans, and join that. And then you can vote on which of the stories you would like to see done and to read.
Yes. And the other thing is, and I think Dr. Olsen would agree with me, that, the group is an educational opportunity as well. I learned something new every day. Just even tonight, like some of these characters were so obscure, not just mine, but some of the other ones as well, right? It's an opportunity to learn things that maybe you hadn't, heard before, seen things you hadn't seen before. I mean, the group is really an amazing resource. Especially if you go back and you search for things, you will find posts going back years, giving you the information you need about a particular issue, a particular creator, a particular collectible, whatever. So it is really an amazing resource.
I always thought it was just a way to add to my shopping list.
I've
never seen that. I need it.
It's such a reminder of how good Captain America comics have been for so long. And I know that this isn't the audience that I need to sell that on. But digging this deep, and it's like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And that's interesting. And, maybe I wasn't as involved in this era or this period. And you go back and you find gems everywhere when you dig deep in Captain America comics. And I love it. And I love the community that helps me find those things again and again.
Couldn't agree more about community. Yep. Good point. All right. So come back next episode. Episode 259, where we're going to have an interview with the guest artist, Chris Giarrusso. And so Chris Giarrusso, you may know from Marvel Minis and G-Man and other that you probably have seen over the years. He's been around for a long time and award-winning, but also he is the one who created our new logo. So we're going to have him on to talk about the logo process and all that fun stuff too. So come back next episode for Chris Giarrusso. All right, Bob, any final words?
Nope. I cannot wait till next week, Rick.
All right. Well, for James Foley, Jason Olsen, Bob Lucius, I'm Rick Verbanis, and we appreciate you listening to another episode of the Captain America Comic Book Fans Podcast.